Hey Crusher, it's Matteo from GMB Crush here, and welcome to a new video episode. So today I will show you how to create your Geo-Grid reports using GMB Crush. I will also explain the best way to set up the Geo-Grid, especially for the first scans. I will also show you how to adjust the grid distance as weeks go by, so you can refresh your Geo-Grid projects and see how a Google Business Profile is ranking across different locations. But that's not all. As I already shared in the GMB Crush Facebook group, we have created the GMB Crush Custom GPT. I want to let you know that the GMB Crush GPT is now connected directly to our GMB Crush APIs. So now all the reports from GMB Crush can be analyzed inside ChatGPT. This works through a connection between the GMB Crush API, Google Maps API, and OpenAI API. This means that you can chat with all the reports from GMB Crush into ChatGPT in real time. And unlike any other tool, we are the first to launch this specific solution. So let me give you now a nice quick summary about the topic that we will discuss in this video. So in this video, I will show you, number one, how to create and set up GMB Crush Geo-Grids correctly. Number two, I will show you how to read the Geo-Grid data after a scan. And number three, I will show you how to log inside the GMB Crush Custom GPT and use all the prompts to analyze your own Geo-Grid data. You will also learn how to create a full local SEO strategy for your clients or your team and apply it in your own workflow. Before we start, I just want to remember you that all the GMB Crush features, including the GMB Crush Audit feature, the Geo-Grid feature, the lead generation feature, and so on, are now available inside the GMB Crush monthly and yearly plans. Additionally, we just released the GMB Crush GPT, the Crush GPT Academy inside the training resources section of GMB Crush. This is a specific training where you can learn advanced ways to use the GMB Crush Custom GPT and GMB Crush to extract data directly from Google Maps, the GMB Crush white label audits, the GMB Crush Geo-Grid reports, and more. Check the video description and or the first pinned comment to grab a 30% discount on a monthly or any yearly subscription of your choice for the first month of usage at GMB Crush. Every subscription now gives you full access to all the GMB Crush features, as I say, video training from the GPT Crush Academy, the Facebook group, the Masterclass Facebook group, and all the SEOPs and training resources. Now let's begin. So first of all, I will show you how to set up your GMB Crush Geo-Grid, your first GMB Crush Geo-Grid report. And then we will go over how to read the data. And in the last part of the video, I will show you how to further extract data from the GMB Crush Custom GPT. So what are you waiting for? Let's get started. Let's see now how to create your first Geo-Grid project. Okay, so once you have logged inside your GMB Crush account, you can click on the Geo-Grid Pro section and then click on Create a New Project in the top right corner of the app. Once you are inside the Geo-Grid project dashboard, you will simply need to enter the project title, your target keyword, which in this case is Pest Control Detroit and 24 hours plumbing. Okay. Next, you need to choose a business location. Here, you need to enter the name of the Google Business Profile you want to scan. If the business is a service area business, you can click on Advanced Search. Then you will need to enter the location manually. And then once again, you will need to enter the SAB business name and click Find Business to complete. Remember that this advanced search section is only necessary for SAB searches. For your first Geo-Grid scan, I recommend setting a distance between points to 1 kilometers or 1 mile at most. For the grid size, I suggest starting with a 5x5 Geo-Grid Scan for the first couple of weeks, which will cost just 1 credit while targeting a single keyword. Once you are done setting this up, you can then scroll down, click the Start Scan button to begin. If for any reason you want to modify the central position of the search pin, you can take the blue pin, the blue central pin, and move it. All the other pins will follow the adjustment. In this example, I have used just a couple of keywords, as you can see, Pest Control Detroit and 24 hours plumbing. But if you want to add more keywords, simply separate them with a comma. Then scroll down to see the total project credit cost and then click Start the Scan. One cool feature we have added is that all the audit credits, all the standard GMB Crush credits can be now converted into Geo-Grid credits. So for example, if you want to convert 1 audit credit, you will get 10 Geo-Grid credits. We designed this system so you can allocate your GMB Crush credits and resources based on your monthly needs. If, for example, you need to run more audits, you can spend more of your monthly credits on the GMB Miner function, which we will cover in the next steps. In alternative, if you need more Geo credits, you can convert basic audit credits into Geo-Grid credits as needed. Once you have clicked the Start Scan button, GMB Crush will begin generating and pulling the data related to the keyword positions on the maps. As you can see, you have here the option to set up the auto refresh for the keywords either weekly or monthly, for example. Okay, and the date of the next update is shown here below. You can additionally refresh keywords individually, or you can refresh all of them at once using the Refresh All button. Once everything is scanned, you can proceed to check the ranking positions of each Google Business profile. You can view the position of your own Google Business profile as well as the top ranking profiles. I highly recommend keeping an eye on the business profile with the cron icon next to it. This indicates that the business profile is the Google business profile with the strongest location authority, and it's the one that manages to rank and be visible across various geographic areas based on your scan. This is likely the competitor that we will focus on in the next steps of the audit, as we will be examining their optimization strategy for not only the business profile, but also their service pages, location pages, how they structure their own page, and much more. Under the My GMB Insights section, you will find details related to the primary business category, additional business categories, the number of reviews, the average ratings, and the sentiment score ratings, the number of photos for your Google business profile, as well as the number of competitors in the top 3, top 10, and top 20. You can even filter this data by simply clicking on the scroll down menu and selecting the zip code, county, city, or neighborhoods and towns of your choice, to then view the results related to your section. Let's make an example for City Riverview. So as you can see, once you have selected a specific data set, all the tab will be changing accordingly. In the prominent area report, we also have performance data on average ratings, the number of reviews, and a sentiment analysis showing how positive or negative the reviews are. These are broken down, all the data are broken down by postcodes, counties, city, main roads, suburbs, and much more. So, for example, if you want to check a specific area to see the average rating, number of reviews, or how positive or negative the reviews are in a particular zone, you can use the filter to select the data you want to view. Under the categories insights section, there is also a useful breakdown of the top 3, top 10, and top 20 primary and additional business category. This section is important to monitor after the scan because sometimes, depending on how the Google algorithm changes, you may see some business profile in the top 3 or top 10, for example, change their additional categories. It's helpful to see whether Google is rewarding profiles with more additional categories, for example, alongside the primary one, or if Google seems to reward the profiles with the fewer additional categories. This can impact how we optimize the Google business profile depending on what we observe in this competitor's profile. You will also find various data on leverage rankings for postcodes, cities, and etc., as well as share of voice details showing how much visibility a profile has in a given area. Finally, at the bottom, there is also a nice initial Geo-Grid SEO to-do list where I have included important steps and tasks to complete from week 1 to week 4. Hey Crusher, it's Matteo from GMB Crush here, and welcome to this new video training all about the GMB Crush Custom GPT. We have built a Custom GPT that lets you analyze your GMB Crush reports in real time, and in this training I will show you exactly how to break down the prompts using the GMB Crush optimization protocol. So what are we going to cover exactly in this video training? I will walk you through how to analyze GMB Crush reports using a set of prompts that will pull high-value insights from your GMB Crush data. These insights can be then used to build optimization strategies, create reports for clients, and even automate parts of your audit and data extraction process, saving you time and effort. Our GMB Crush Custom GPT is directly connected to the GMB Crush API, meaning all the analysis is done through OpenAI, leveraging the power of AI-driven insights. Now, let's dive in and see just how powerful this Custom GPT is, and more importantly, how it can help you. Okay, in this video, we will see how to analyze an existing GMB Crush Geo-Grid report. So what you need to do, you simply need to click on Analyze an existing report. And once you click, as you can see, the GPT will ask for your GMB Crush paid account username and password. You will simply need to enter all the details, and you will log it in. So at this point, as you can see, the Custom GPT is asking you if you would like to analyze a Geo-Grid report or an Extension X report. And I have selected to analyze an existing Geo-Grid report. So after that, the Custom GPT will show you a number of reports that are linked to the Crush account. So it can go through all the Geo-Grid reports that you already create within your GMB Crush account. And now we are going to see how to analyze those reports properly. I have selected a Geo-Grid report for the keyword Boston movers. And as you can see, there are different variations of the main keywords here. Okay. So what I have done several Geo-Grid reports in the past to analyze the top competitors in the GMB Crush Geo-Grid Pro report for all of these different keywords. Now I will select one keyword and show you how to use the first prompt. In the first prompt, we will see how to identify specific underperforming location inside the Geo-Grid report where main business linked to the Geo-Grid audit report is not in position 1, position number 2, or for example, in position number 3. We will go step by step to find these underperforming locations and spot the potential optimization areas and check other useful details that we can extract using the first prompt and the rest of the Geo-Grid analysis prompts. So in the first prompt, we are going to identify, as I said before, all the locations where the business is not ranking in the top spots, while excluding competitors from the analysis. So as you can see here, we now have a full list of locations where the business is not in position number 1, 2, or 3. and we can now gather additional key insights from these locations and service areas where the business is underperforming. This helps us to build an initial set of recommendations and collect baseline data that we will refine and expand in the next prompt. Always keep in mind that the first batch of insights will be a little bit more general, but as we continue adding prompts during the chat sessions, to the comments, the data, and the context we provide. So as we move forward with the audit session, the data will be becoming more accurate, of course. The strategy will be more precise and the recommendations will align even better with your optimization goals. In the next prompt, we are going to generate now a visual tab that maps out all pin listings along with the full list of geolocations for each underperforming location. We will also ask the GMB Crush Custom GPT to organize them in a clean and easy to read table. Then we will display only the listings without including competitors' details, of course, to keep the table simple and clear. So now, as you can see here, we have structured all the underperforming locations into a nice single table. And in the next prompt, we will ask the Custom GPT to group this location into primary and sub-additional locations. We will also check within a specific distance range to see where we are underperforming and determining if we can cluster some of these areas under the primary or the secondary locations. Now let's see how to cluster and create groups of primary and secondary location, making sure that everything is grouped based on distance, okay? Within the prompt, we will also define the distance parameters. This should always be based on the distance settings in your Geo-Grid project, of course. So for example, if your analysis radius is set to a maximum distance of 10 kilometers from the centroid of the search, you can't suddenly use 20 or 30 kilometers or 30 miles or whatever in this part of the analysis, okay? So as you can see, the Custom GPT has now created a clusters of locations, identifying the distance between the primary location and each secondary location. This helps you to understand how far each location is from the main area, which is especially useful when working with clients or optimizing Google Business Profile listings in an area you are not very familiar with. Okay, so in the next steps, we are going to see how we can generate a cluster analysis and demographic insights. This can be extremely useful for understanding the conversion potential of each geolocation. In the next prompt, we are going to extract demographic data for each location. This is super useful to identify which geolocation might be the best fit for a specific product or service based on their demographic profiles. So as you can see, the Custom GPT here runs a detailed analysis of these areas using the clusters of locations we previously defined, okay? So let me now explain how these insights can be helpful in several ways, okay? So number one, for example, optimizing services offers. You can adjust the pricing, promotions, or services based on the income level and interest of each area. So as you can see here, we got like demographic insights, affluent population, median household income, it's 85,000 plus, okay? You can also leverage those data creating high-performing ads. It helps refining Google ads and Facebook ads, targeting, so that you can pick up the right audience in the right location. Let's now talk how to leverage those data in understanding language preferences. Some areas might have a higher Spanish-speaking or English-speaking population, helping you adjust the AD copy, of course, website content and landing pages accordingly, okay? Additionally, you can also identify buyer persona. You can extract data on the interest and behaviors of potential customers in different locations. And of course, if your audit focus is on demographics, you can also ask ChatGPT to extract even more data related to your ideal buyer personas, income levels, local cultures, and language usage. So this step is crucial when creating a strategy for a client because it gives you the tools to build a proper action plan. It also helps you to define the tone of voice for the content, which languages to prioritize on landing pages, the ideal audience for your business, and much more. This is just not about SEO optimized content, of course, but it's about making sure that the content actually resonates with the audience in each location. In the next prompt, we are going to build the complete strategy focusing on SEO optimization and structuring location pages. So what we will do? Number one, we will generate through the prompt the ideal URL architecture for location pages, ensuring that everything is structured strategically for locations where we are not in the top 3 positions. Number two, organize location pages into hyperlocal silos, making sure that we have a clear distinction between the primary and the secondary locations while avoiding keyword cannibalization. Number three, we are going to scale up the URL structure of those location pages, ensuring that the site architecture is designed for long-term growth and optimization. Number four, we will also define through the prompt a strong internal linking strategy between all the location pages, maximizing so the geo-relevance and reinforcing topical authority. Okay, so as you can see, the plan is now complete and we have all the data we need regarding locations where we are underperforming and how to structure the URLs for our location pages. So let me give you now a couple of key takeaways from the plan. As you can see, we have a clear direction for all the URLs, which are including the root domain, the primary GP category, which in this case is moving services, followed by the location name. Additionally, we have relevant details about the hyperlocal silo structure that we should have in place for the local money site. This is a very crucial step as it will help the site, ensuring that Google understands the geographical relevance of your local money site linked to the Google business profile while avoiding keyword cannibalizations. What that means exactly. So the prompt here has been tested to prevent keyword repetition across the site, keeping all the URLs structured clean and fully optimized for SEO. We have also defined the ideal template for the location pages, including additional details like, for example, the H1 title, meta description details, how you should be structuring the page sections, how you should implement targeted local keywords, and so on. Internal linking breakdown, we have a nice summary on how we should organize the internal linking between all the location pages, city level internal linking for hub pages here as well, and a couple of nice details regardless the content linking strategy for the blog post, so that you can always reinforce the geo-topical authority of the website. Let me remind you that the strategy can be expanded. You can always ask for more details and refine the plan further. Okay? As mentioned at the beginning of this training, the more data we feed into the chat, the better the outputs become, providing more and more valuable insights as the session progresses. All right, so for all the other prompts and to get full access to the complete video training library, all the GMB Crush resources, you can simply join any yearly or monthly plan of GMB Crush. And let me remind you that until the end of this month, you can join any monthly or yearly plans, and you can grab a sweet 30% off on your first month with the GMB Crush by grabbing the GPT Crush coupon in the video description and in the first pinned comment. So as you can see, we keep evolving. We are expanding all the GMB Crush report analysis using OpenAI, and we will keep making GMB Crush even more powerful by integrating AI into different parts of the software. So thank you again for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and we will reply. See you soon.